Put your seatbelt on, Duck. We get ready to roll. We got us old school today. We going old school. Well, they bound to be a seatbelt over there shortly. Maybe they. Back then, they was hoping to get through to clear the truck. One fella said they gonna put a seatbelt on. Heck no, I'm hoping that it throw me clear. But you're driving old school Peterbilt 351, and it's gonna be fun. Got a special guest gonna come in after a while, and already done me a song. My 8-year-old granddaughter sings a old song, and it's gonna be great. Rusty truck and we're on the road again.
What about my songs, Roger?
I don't know about your songs, Doug. Maybe you can do something later. I figured that. You can't keep your mouth shut. Your bill or whatever, beak or whatever you call that thing stuck on your face there. Whatever, Doug. From what I was reading, Peterbilt 351 was made from around 1950 something to 76. So this thing could be really old. Probably got a big Detroit engine out there humming. Safety features is out the door. No airbags in this baby. Don't know if y'all noticed or not there, but the gear shift's animated. You see the gear shift move? It don't actually move every time you shift. It moves when it wants to for some reason. But that's different. I've not seen that in many trucks. I wished it was in all trucks, but that's nice. This thing had a split shift. Had 2 gear shifts. Come all the way up. When you wanted to go into another range, you had to let go of the steering wheel and just split them. Like push one forward, one backwards, and it was a man's truck back in them days. They wasn't automatic. Right here, by the way, the video freezes up for about 1 minute, and I have no idea why. Then it just takes off half a minute or something. Strange. Using my track hour again today, and I believe the monitor might have been too hardback or something. It makes it look a little jerky and shaky inside. But on the outside views, it's perfect, so it's not lag. It's just something to do with the way the track hour was working. What do you know about it? That's what I thought. Be sure, folks, to stick around there or fast forward or whatever to the end of this. I do some mighty fine camera work, if I have to say so myself, on parking situation. But I'm really liking this truck. I love the sound of it. If I could find one of those little small sleepers that a one man could just slide back in to go on there, and maybe a duck in the corner, but it'd be a perfect truck. It had bigger tires on it when I got it. There's a lot taller and older looking rims, but I couldn't resist white leather tires and rims. Here comes my granddaughter, 8 years old, to sing a complete song for you. I really liked it when she done it. Here it comes.
Say you're sorry, that face of an angel comes out just when you need it to. And I pace back and forth all this time as I honestly believed in you. Holding on, the days drag on. Stupid girl, I should've known, I should've known. I'm not your princess, this ain't a fairy tale. I'm not the one who speaks geography, leader of the stairwell. You spin Hollywood, this is a small town. I was a dreamer before you ever let me down. But it's too late for you and your white horse to come around. I was naughty, as often your license never really had a chance. And I didn't know to be in love, you had to fight to have the upper hand. How many dreams about you and me, happy endings, now I know. I'm not a princess, this ain't a fairy tale. I'm not the one who speaks geography, leader of the stairwell. You sing Hollywood, this is a small town. I was a dreamer before you ever let me down. And it's too late for you and your white horse. I'm around. And there you were on your knees, begging for forgiveness, begging for me, and like you've always wanted, and I'm so sorry. I'm not your princess, this ain't a fairy tale. I'm not to find someone someday that would actually treat me well. This is a big world, it was a small town. I was a very, very now, and it's too late for you when you're wild horse. Never too late for you when you're wild horse. Hurt me now. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Try to catch me now.
That would almost bring a tear to old Ralph Papa's eyes right there. I call her Bookworm. She likes to read, 8 years old. Now I'm gonna let you listen to this a little bit. I don't know if you can sing like that or not, though. But you could try sometimes. Listen to the truck. That don't say that, Duck. That song don't say smoke weed with all my friends. Yeah, you know Willie didn't say that or wouldn't do that. If this old truck could talk, what would it say to you? It'd probably tell you how it almost slipped off of them Denver Rocky Mountain highways in the winter when it big snow. Or how it almost melted an engine down out in the desert in Arizona. Or how it come into a hairpin curve and saw a wreck. People in the road waving to stop when it tried as hard as it could. And it peeled the skin right off its tires trying to stop, but it couldn't stop. A few people died that night, but only left a scar on the truck. And it's still on the road. Nobody knows about that. Now that could happen. I just think about an old truck when I was recording the video of what all a truck could go through in that many years. Some of the drivers that drove it is retarded, and some done passed on. It's been around. Give that enough bird duck couldn't get you. Well, this old truck might be old, but that don't mean she's slow like that song says. I see the speeds going up in the 60s and stuff. She's getting the job done, still humming right on down the line. There probably is not many original parts on it. Probably been through rear ends and axles and wheels and steering. It's got a history. And we do support our military, the U.S. Army and Navy, Marines and infantry and everybody else that I'm not remembering right now. All the divisions. Story time, Duck. Well, I have to, Duck. When I was working there on them crane carriers, they got an engine in the front, straight 6, Detroit. On the back, it's got a V6 Detroit. And you had to leave them running most of the time. You didn't have to leave them running all the time, but you had to leave them running a lot to keep the batteries charged, or you had to start them over and over all day long. And so you leave it running a lot, and might be 3, 4, 5, 6 months before you drove it anywhere much to mount to anything over a mile or 2 or 3 from one hill to the next. And one day I was driving back. I drove it about 20 miles or 30 down the road, and the pipes, the exhaust pipe come up and angled out on the passenger side, angled out in the wood. And I drove about 30 miles, and I got to the job I was going to, and everybody was leaving the job in pickup trucks in the back of trucks. And I said, "Boys, where y'all going?" They said, "The fight fire." Said, "You set the world on fire." I said, "No." And them old Detroit, you let them idle, they build up a lot of oil in the exhaust. And when I was coming up that road, that oil was getting hot in the exhaust, and just every now and then it was shooting out a fireball of oil. It was summertime, and it was just that fireball would stick to the grass, and it just set her on fire, boy. After they told me that, I reeled the engine one time and looked at a big fireball shot out through there like a cannon. Only thing I'm glad about this story is that I'd passed right through a town early in that trip. I'm just glad it didn't do it in the town. Now that's my story for this video. maybe nothing. Who knows?
God, shut up, Roger.
How rude of that nut to cut us off, Duck. You want to get hold of him one more. Boy, you're a bad duck to be so little. us good, this run. She's run like $1 million truck. I'm proud to drive it. I found this truck on Google Plus. It was from them, I can't remember the name of that place, that ETS or something other, that download site. But they had it on Google Plus, that's where I found the truck. Then I put the air conditioning on top and the chrome wheels on it. Mr. Duck. Looks like they've sent me and you and old Pete to the worst parking place, one of the worst parking places around. But I think we can handle it. They said I'm up to the king of the road level now. So we'll be able to get in that hole there. Well, thanks, Doug. Alright, Doug, get out there and hold this camera and film this for me, and you just holler whenever I need something or something. Tell me if I get too close to anything.
Alright, I'll do it. What are you doing?
Get back over here on this side of the road, Doug. What'd you jump over the bushes for?
Stop this, you'll drive on the way. What that car? Yeah, alright. Just you, alright. You alright? Boom, boom, boom. You alright? You driving?
I don't know, Doug. It looks pretty tight there.
Both. Yes, I feel back. You're back. You're back. You're back. What did I do? That was too tough.
I told you to stop me, Doug.
Both. You're back.
Thanks for watching, people. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Rusty Truck with a real Rusty Truck. And
Good luck.
we'll see you next time.